Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me for story time today. I am super excited. I've got a big bunch of books here all about gardens and colors and watching things grow. Now we don't have enough time to read all of the books, but I do have two that I really like and I think you'll like too, that I'm very excited to share with you. The first one is The Hidden Rainbow, and the other one is I'm Growing Great. And then we'll have these for people to look at after the stories if they want to, or we have some activities to do too. But before we do that, why don't we do a little poem, a little song with some hand motions. Grown-ups in the group, please join in if you can. If your children are able to participate on their own, that's great. If you want to help them move their hands around, that's great too. Basically, we just want to make sure that everybody's having fun, okay? So here's our first poem. Dig a little hole, small and round. Plant a little seed into the ground. Give it lots of water, a sprinkle, a drop. Let the sun shine right on top. Watch it grow from down below, and up pops a flower to say hello. Hello everybody. I really like that. I just like to move a little bit, and it's good for everybody to move their bodies just a little bit. So our first book that we're going to read today is The Hidden Rainbow by Christy Matheson. Now I want you all to keep an eye and an ear out for two things, okay? I want you to keep an eye out for colors and an ear out for numbers, okay? And grown-ups, this is a good kind of story to just not only help to connect with your kids, but also to help them identify different colors and just practice some of their number skills. The Hidden Rainbow. And this is a very pretty drawing, right? But this isn't much of a rainbow, it's really just all green. But let's see what happens. The Hidden Rainbow by Christy Matheson. One little bee peeks out to see a world of gray and snow. See the bee there? She's looking for bright colors, and she needs you to help them grow. First, please brush the snow off the budding camellia trees. Brush, brush, brush. Brush, brush, everybody, brush off the snow. Brush, 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 brush. Look, the flowers are, what color is this? That's right, red. The flowers are red, and the nectar feeds 2 bees. Can we find the bees? There's one here, and then there's one here. 1, 2. Tickle the very tops of the growing tulip leaves. Tickle, 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 tickle. Very soon, the bees will find orange. That's right. And can you see the 3 bees? So before we had 2, and now we have 3. Yes, 1, 2, and 3 is way up here. And this flower is called a crocus. Next, point to the crocus shoots just beginning to sprout. Here they are, crocuses. 4 bees are now eating pollen now that yellow has come out. Yeah, yellow, and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow bees, just like the yellow flowers. Now it's time to search for a special 4-leaf clover. Can you all search? Yeah, there is one right there. Good job. What luck! A field of green. That's right. With 5 bees zooming over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please wave the bees back to their hive. Clouds are gathering for a shower. Let's wave the bees. Let's wave goodbye to the bees. Bye-bye, bees. The bees don't like the rain. See how they're in the tree there? But the rain is important for the flowers. Why do we think that the rain is important for the flowers? Yeah, because plants need water to grow. That's right. Blow the forget-me-not buds dry as the rain clouds clear from the sky. So these are flowers called forget-me-nots. And look, blow the forget-me-nots dry. What's gonna be next? The sun is shining, blue is blooming, and how many bees? 6 bees. 6 bees are buzzing by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Next, trace a straight line down to the orderly hyacinth row. Ooh. Yeah, this does look like blue, doesn't it? But this is a special name. Let's see what it is. 7 bees are foraging in blooms of indigo. Yeah, this darker blue is called indigo. You're practically done. Now blow a kiss to the lovely lilac trees. Mwah. Can everybody blow a kiss? Mwah. You don't have to if you don't want, but if you want to, you can. Oh, did we count the bees? I don't know if we counted the bees. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The violet blossoms are brimming with nectar for 8 bees. Now, violet is like another name for purple. 1, there's a bee up there. See, he's hiding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. At last, get ready to find, what do we think we're gonna find this time? 9 bees on the rainbow you grew. Yeah, see all the different colors that we grew? There's the red and the orange and the yellow and the green and the blue and the, do we remember what this was called? That's right, indigo, and then the violet or the purple. But the story is not over. These bees have work to do. Can you see, what comes after 9? Yes, 10, exactly. Can you see 10 humming bees getting busy in these trees? They're spreading so much pollen. Wait, let's pause there for a second. Let's find the bees first. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8. Oh, you're right, there's 2 down here, 9 and 10. And look, these are all different types of trees. There's apple tree, and a peach tree, and a pear tree, and another apple tree, and a plum tree, and then we got some blueberries, some blackberries growing down here. I don't know about you, but I love berries, and blueberries are one of my absolute favorites. Oh, but back to our story. The 10 bees, they're spreading so much pollen, you just might have to achoo! And why? Achoo, bless you. And why are the bees spreading pollen? So something you eat can grow. Thanks to the bees, soon you will have your own delicious rainbow. And look, all the trees and all the plants, they all got their fruit now. So there's the red apples and the orange peaches and the nice yellow pears. Ooh, and some green apples. And then some plums and blueberries. Oh, actually, I think we do the blueberries first and then the plums, because what color was that again? Indigo, right? And then blackberries, or maybe, yeah, blackberries are kind of purple. Maybe this one's the purple and this one's, or the violet and this one's the indigo. I don't know, but either way, they all look pretty delicious to me. I have a question. What kind of apples does everybody like? Do everybody who likes red apples, raise your hand. Right, everybody likes green apples, raise your hand. Everybody likes both apples, raise both hands. Everybody who doesn't like apples, raise your hands. It's okay to not like apples. I like red apples. But that's the end of our story. And then there's a little bit of info here about bees. Maybe you're growing up, if you guys want to check this book out, maybe you can learn a little bit more about bees. I think they're pretty cool. All right, I have one more book for us to read, but I know that when I've been sitting for a while, I like to do a little bit of a stretch. So why don't we do one more little motion thing? This one is all about trees. Growing a tree, okay? Again, everybody play along if you want to. Grown-ups, if your kids want to, please let them. If they need help, please help them. If you want to join in, that would be great. We all love to move, right? So this one is about a tree. We start off all scrunched up like this. And it says that it goes like this. I'm a little seed, a little tiny ball, waiting in the dirt to grow so tall. Here comes the rain, and can you make the rain? Yeah. Here comes the rain, splashing all around, and here comes the sun, warming up the ground. Put out little roots and stretch my little toes. You can stretch your feet, stretch your legs out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Up comes my trunk as it grows, grows, grows. I stand up straight and tall. Yeah, stand up, stand up. I spread my branches wide. I'm a pretty tree, swaying side to side. And sway, sway, sway in the breeze. Awesome. Okay, I have one more story that I want to read. So we read one book that was all about growing actual garden, right? But gardens aren't the only thing that grow. You and I grow too. This book is all about that. So again, grown-ups, this is a great way to kind of connect some thoughts about one thing to another. So growing a plant, growing up our bodies nice and big and strong. This is called I'm Growing Great, written and illustrated by Miko Renee Rowe. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Now this book belongs to the library, but if you own this book, you could write your name here because it says this book belongs to, and there's a blank spot, who is loving, learning, and growing every day. And that is something that we are all doing every day, even me. Even all the grown-ups out there, we're all growing and learning something new every day. I'm growing great. Lovely and wise, shine at sunrise. I am growing each day. What colors do you see? You got yellow like the sun, pink and red and blue. Yeah, no indigo though. But let's see what else is on the other pages. Plant the seeds, clear the weeds. I am growing each day. Those are some pretty flowers and some star earrings. Garden with love, rise high above. I am growing every day, or each day, I'm sorry. Sometimes I misspeak. We all make mistakes. Remember my name, but nothing stays the same. I am growing each day. What do you think that means, nothing stays the same? Yeah, everything's changing because every day something new happens. Like you used to be a tiny little baby, and now you're so awesome. And I used to be a tiny little baby too. I know you probably wouldn't believe that, but it's true. Stretching my wings, hear my heart sing. I am growing each day. What do you think it means to have your heart sing? Yeah, when you're very excited about something and you just can't wait to tell anybody and everybody all about it, and you just get so happy just knowing that you found something new and did something new. tough as a rose from my head to my toes. I am growing each day. True to you, sweet as morning dew. I am growing each day. This book has very pretty drawings, huh? Rainy showers unleash hidden powers. I am growing each day. Exploring my feelings brings kind healing. I am growing each day. Yeah. It's important to recognize how you're feeling and to let other people know how you're feeling. Sometimes you might not be feeling great and you might be mad or you might be sad and people want to help, but they won't really be able to help if you don't let them help you. So it's important to share our feelings, especially with someone who you really trust, like your grown-ups. Steady as a tree, peace within me, I am growing each day. Build like a, what are these? Yeah, bee. Build like a bee, patience is key. I am growing each day. Does anybody know what patience means? That's kind of a long word, huh? Yeah, patience means that you take your time. Sometimes you want to do something and you gotta wait just a little bit, and it can be hard to wait. But the more that you practice waiting nice and calm and easy, the easier it's gonna be. Sometimes like this morning, when I was going to come do this story time, I was so excited I could not wait to get here to do it. And all I wanted to do was get here and read the story to you. But I had to wait until you guys came. And now you're here, and I get to have this wonderful experience with you. I was patient. Give me some room, I'm ready to bloom. I am growing each day. It says, I am born to be great. So I would like what I would like for you to do today is when you go home, think about something that you did that was new to you, that you've never done before, or think about something that you want to do that you are going to practice at. That is all the time that we have for stories, but we do have some pretty fun activities. First of all, we've got all these books, whole bunch of books all about not only plants growing, but people growing. And we've got a game. It's one of my favorite games. It's called Let Your Garden Grow. It's over on the table. I will come over and I will help anybody who wants to play. It's a great way to just have a little bit of fun playing with colors and making things grow. Grown-ups, I want to remind you that we do have this handout here for you. It's got not only this list of all these books, but some other activities that you could do. If you don't want to do the game and you don't want to look at the books, we do have some coloring sheets, some other toys that we'll have out. This is when I would have like a felt board, but I don't have a felt board, so let's pretend. We have the felt board here with all these flowers and seeds, and we could make our own garden. But yeah, I want to thank you all so much for being here. I had such a wonderful time. When I'm thinking about that new thing that I did today, it's going to be reading these books to all of you and seeing your smiling faces and feeling the joy that I felt knowing that I got to spend this time with you. So thank you so much, and let's go have some fun.